Kia ora team. So we are 3 days away from Anthony Joshua's US debut at Madison Square Garden against a somewhat late replacement in Andy Ruiz Jr., who's coming off a recent stoppage win over Alexander Dimitrienko. I've seen them both at the open workout. Anthony Joshua looks in phenomenal shape as usual. Andy Ruiz looks in pretty good shape for Andy Ruiz. He's always been a Teletubby. He always will be. It's just how he is. But the quick turnaround after that Dimitrienko fight and not getting touched up much in that fight whatsoever made it pretty easy for Ruiz to be in great shape for the fight. No injuries to worry about. No excuses for not putting in the best performance of his career. And this is the biggest opportunity he's likely to have in his career, to gain 3 legit world titles in the IBF, the WBA and the WBO title. The WBO title, Andy Ruiz believes belongs to him anyway after his controversial majority decision loss to Joseph Parker a couple of years ago. Andy Ruiz will come to fight. He ain't the kind of guy who's going to shell up, try and survive and say, look, I went the distance with Anthony Joshua. This dude comes to fight. He ain't scared of nobody. So it could be dangerous for Anthony Joshua, but it could also make it dangerous for Andy Ruiz, having no fear of a much bigger man who's fought a much higher level of competition. Now, how the fight will go, in my opinion, I think Andy Ruiz may go the distance here. And with odds at 5-1 for him to go the distance but still lose, I'm going to chuck a lazy 20 on it. And if it comes off, I'll make $100. So I'm not going to discount a possible late KO. I think it's very possible Anthony Joshua could keep the fight long, minimize the risk, use his jab, use his feet, and try and keep Andy Ruiz at length so he can't be hit, particularly for those first 4 or 5 rounds. And for me, it makes the most sense for Joshua to go to the body and the head, slow Andy Ruiz down before trying to take him out in the later rounds. The problem with this, like I said already, Andy Ruiz is going to keep coming. He's not afraid to take 4 or 5 punches to get inside and unleash a combination. So Anthony Joshua is definitely going to have to move. We're going to see Anthony Joshua fighting on the back foot at times, I think, in this fight. Hopefully, we're not going to see a repeat of the performance from Joshua against Joseph Parker. I thought that performance was a little bit too tentative, a little bit too cautious, and to a degree Andy Ruiz poses some of the similar threats that Joseph Parker did with regard to hand speed, combinations. However, Parker moves a bit better and is possibly a little bit more elusive than Andy Ruiz. So it's going to be an interesting fight, I think. I put the chances of Andy Ruiz pulling off an upset at about 30%. Now, I know many have the opinion that Anthony Joshua is going to blow Andy Ruiz out in 3 rounds or less. I think that's a bit of a naive opinion. Andy Ruiz has never been put down as a pro. Apparently he has been put down once as an amateur in the Pan Am Games. He took a body shot and dropped to a knee, but he's never been down from a headshot. So we definitely know that he's got a very good chin. We know that Anthony Joshua can be hurt. We've seen him down against Vladimir Klitschko. We've seen him hurt against Dillian White. So the vulnerability is there for Joshua. However, I do think he's improved considerably, particularly since the Dillian White fight, but still he's been a bit more polished since his fight against Vladimir Klitschko as well. His counter-punching is superb, so Andy Ruiz is going to have to keep in mind, if he does get inside and start throwing big combinations, that Anthony Joshua is not going to shell up and try and take them. He's going to be throwing back with big counters as well, so it's going to be a big danger for Andy Ruiz. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I mean, the underdog really is coming to fight. Anthony Joshua does have some vulnerabilities, and he's fighting a guy with a style that could be a problem. Ruiz fights very small. He keeps a high guard, so he's hard to hit flush. He doesn't move his head that much, so if there is an opportunity where his hand is down for a moment and Anthony Joshua can counter him, it's possible we could see the fight finish. But yeah, like I say, Andy Ruiz has a damn good chin. He could possibly eat a few of those right hands or even those big uppercuts from Joshua like Weet-Bix before they start taking their toll. So, interesting fight. But yeah, I do think Anthony Joshua is going to win this, like I say, by a late stoppage after round 8, or he's going to win it on points. So I'm really looking forward to the fight. I'll be away, so I'm not going to be able to record the fight or anything like that, but I certainly will be watching it on my phone and possibly interacting with other channels and live streams after the fight. So let us know your opinion. How's this fight going to go? Who's going to win? By what method? And we can get some discussion going. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video. Subscribe as well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. See you!